It's Angela from Creating It here, and today I wanted to help you learn how to do the magic loop when you're crocheting, also called the magic ring. And this is a really great technique for closing up the hole at the tops of your hats and for the bottoms of your bags and amigurumis. You can follow along if you have your hook and your yarn, or you can just watch this and you can practice it later. So the first thing I like to do is I like to take the yarn tail and hold it in my hand like this. Then I extend my index finger and then I turn my finger up this way. Next, what I do is I wrap my yarn over the top of my finger just like so. Then I wrap under my finger and wrap over the top again. And what I end up creating is this little X. So now take your working yarn here and use your middle finger to kind of pinch that in place so it doesn't move. Next, what you're going to want to do is, you see this loop right here? You want to insert your hook under that loop. And it might be a little tight right here, so don't be afraid to just kind of loosen that up a little right there. So then insert your hook under that loop, just like that. Next, take that working yarn that you have being held by your middle finger here and hook that with your hook and pull it through that loop and up. Now just remove this really carefully off your finger right here and then pull the tail. Make sure the tail is on your left side and then your working yarn is going toward your left side here also. Now you're not going to want to close this hole up. In fact, you can kind of open it up a little bit just to kind of give you some space there. Then hold your yarn as you normally would and prepare to work. So now if you're following a pattern and let's say it tells you to crochet, double crochet 12 around the loop. Well, you're going to begin just as you normally would by chaining. So normally when you double crochet you chain 3 is your first chain, but because I use super bulky yarn I like to chain 2. So go ahead and work your chain as you would. So I'll chain 2 and there you have your chain. Now this is going to count as your first double crochet, and then since I have to do 12 double crochet around the loop, I'm going to do 11 more double crochets. So after you have your chain 2, your first chain of the loop, you're going to want to do the remaining 11 double crochets to get, including this one, to get your 12 total double crochets. So when you go into the loop, you want to make sure that you go through and under both of the tail and the loop right here. So you'll yarn over and you'll go through that entire hole. And then you'll work a double crochet as you normally would. And it can be a little finicky at first. You might have to pinch it right here to kind of hold it in place while you're working. Pinch right there. And there you go. Here you can see that I've worked 12 double crochets around that magic loop. And now here comes the really cool part. Take your yarn tail right here and you're going to pull that like a drawstring until this hole here closes up. So you pull and you'll see that that hole tightens up right there, and you can pull it as tight or as loose as you want, and that creates a nice little closed up hole for the top of your hat or your bag or your amigurumi. Now to finish that off, you want to just slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet. And there you go. You got your magic ring worked for the first part of your project. And now what you'll do is just work into the remaining chains here or stitches to complete your pattern. So good luck and keep practicing and have fun with it.